It's 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. I'm going for a run. Quick run. Felt pretty good. I was going decently fast. I used these for the first time in a while, and usually I have my wireless headphones. Something happened. I think my hand, like when I was running, I caught the wire and it pulled my phone off and they fell out. Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing actually. It made a loud noise. My phone went in between the treadmills, which sucked because I had to stop and reach for it. Yeah. Other than that, it was a pretty good run. What's up? It's like 8 o'clock at night right now. I wanted to make a quick video. In the last episode, I talked about my computer and whether it's worth it or not to get a MacBook that's on the more expensive side. I talked about if it's worth it or not. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go check it out. But yeah, so in this episode, I want to talk about my camera setup and whether it's worth it or not. So right now I'm using the Canon Rebel SL3 with the Rode VideoMic Go. I want to say it was a little bit over $800. Honestly, like I think that for a beginner setup, it's actually not that bad. Yeah, so I don't know anything about cameras, so I am severely unqualified to be even talking about a camera. It's not really a review. It's mainly I'm going to be talking about just what I think of it so far, and I really like this camera so far. It's fairly easy to use. I really don't do anything. You turn it on and you hit record, and that's about it. And that's exactly what I was looking for. The one that I was going to get before, I think it was the T7i or something. It had a little bit more to it. It was a little bit more. I think it was like 100 extra, and I don't know, I was looking at it in the store and I was like, wow, this is kind of, there's a lot on this. And then I saw this one, which is a little bit smaller, and there weren't as many buttons on it and everything. So I was like, well, you know what, I'll just go with that one. I just picked this one. I really didn't know. So, plus it was on sale. It was like $100 cheaper. So yeah, I picked this one up, and so far I've had this for about a week now, and so far I really like it. Like I said before, it's incredibly easy to use. You turn it on and you hit record, and that's it. You don't really have to do anything. I think that the picture is pretty good. The audio is pretty good. For a beginner camera, I think it's pretty solid, especially for the price range. Like, it's not the cheapest one, but it's also like not that expensive for an SLR camera anyway. I mean, if you're thinking about getting one of these, you're gonna have to spend some money on them. You don't have to spend $1,000 on just the camera body itself. You don't need the best lens, especially like if you're just starting out. Use your phone. There's mainly two reasons why I got this. The main thing is that I was using up way too much space on my phone, so I definitely needed, an easier way to deal with that. Another reason that I got this was kind of like to solidify making videos. Because if I went out and bought a camera, well, now I'm definitely, because I already bought a camera, so now I have to. I want to keep making them because I have it, so might as well. The one thing that I don't have, and I kind of want to get, I don't really think that it's necessary, is a tripod. Right now, I mean, I just kind of, place my camera wherever. Right now it's stacked on top of a box, and I mean, it really doesn't matter. But the tripod might make it a little bit easier in case I was out and about and I didn't have anywhere to put it. But mainly, this camera doesn't really leave my house too much, so I guess it's really not that big of a deal. Like I said, it's the Canon Rebel SL3. I have an 18 to 55 millimeter image stabilizing lens on it with the Rode VideoMic Go. Now, the reason that I got the VideoMic Go is I was looking at the Pro, but also it was just so much more expensive. And I was looking online and I saw that the difference between the two, in my opinion, wasn't that crazy. I didn't think that the difference was worth it. So, I just went with the cheaper one. Plus, the cool thing with this mic is that you don't need a battery for it. And that's definitely convenient. I mean, I doubt that these things, even if you were to get the one that requires a battery, I doubt that it's gonna really need to be changed a lot, because it definitely doesn't need to use a lot of battery at all. But to not have to deal with that at all is definitely very nice. This mic is pretty small, it comes with a nice cord and everything. So yeah, it just hooks right in. It's really simple. That was really what I wanted to make a priority in this, is just try to make it as easy as possible. So I just want to, be able to pick up a camera and just, turn it on, and then I'm good to go. I didn't want to have to deal with anything. I just wanted something that was a decent price and is very simple to use. And I think that this camera is, in my opinion, this is like, this is a pretty good camera to get if you're starting out and, you're gonna go for that mid-range price. So the final price with this was a little over $800, but that was the camera, which came with the lens, and then the microphone, and then I also got a 64 gigabyte SD card with it, which I think that was like $24 or something. The microphone was $100, and the camera itself, I think I was able to get it for $650. I'm pretty sure it was on sale though. I think that it was a pretty good purchase. So yeah, this is my setup. Yeah, it's a pretty, as you can tell, there's really not much to it, which is my favorite part. All you do is flip this switch on, and then just hit this button right here, and now it's recording. It's as easy as that. Plus, another cool thing with this camera is the screen flips out, which that was something that I really wanted to get, because I know that there's a lot of cameras where the screen doesn't, and I don't know, I just don't really see that as useful. So the fact that the screen flips out on this one is pretty awesome. It's very self-explanatory, very easy camera to use. That's definitely part of the reason why I got it and why I enjoy it so much. I mainly got it just because it looked a little bit more simple. This is the only mode that you really have to use for it. It's basically automatic. It does everything for you, which is awesome. I always keep this on the one setting, just the auto setting, because it does everything for you. It makes it so much easier for me to just record a video and then, go in to edit it and put it out there to share with you guys. If you were thinking about going and picking up a camera, I do recommend this one. For the price range, it is pretty good for what you get. It's pretty lightweight. Another thing that I noticed with this, the battery life on this is pretty ridiculous. It lasts a long time. Like, I have yet to charge this thing since I got it, and I've already made, I don't know, like 5 or 6 videos with this. So, and the battery is still at half-life, which is, that's pretty good in my opinion. Like, for how much I've actually used this thing, and all the time that I have it on, the fact that it's still at a half battery is pretty good. I would have expected it to be a lot lower by now, but it's actually holding up pretty well. Yeah, so if you're like me and know nothing about cameras, then this one is probably going to be a pretty good camera for you to use. See, this is another reason why I feel like I need a tripod. I'm holding it by the lens right now, which is incredibly dangerous. So yeah, and it just, I don't know, it feels, I don't know, I feel like the shot's just not that good. So I'm probably gonna pick up a tripod, maybe this week or next week. I'm not sure, I don't know, because I know that the one tripod I saw was like $74. So, and I don't necessarily need one. It's just kind of one of those things where I want it and I'm looking for an excuse to get it. I feel like sooner or later I'll end up picking one up, but yeah, it's just something I need to get.